Can you feel the destiny turns being created right now for a very long-term picture? Because I know I can. Right now during this eclipse season, we're starting to understand more about who we are in the future, a very long time away. Aquarius and the way that it relates to time, it shows you that thing that is way far out there. In sometimes an indirect way, sometimes very literally. It depends on who you are, your personal placements, and kind of how your magic works. So it can be very literal, but it can also be sort of like indirect, usually a little bit of both. And then from here where we are to that position of this like future thing that we want and that we're being given the idea of, especially Saturn and Aries, super head brain focused. Okay, so new ideas. We're seeing real time the steps that we need to take to get there. As long as we keep that vision in our mind of that future destined purpose that we know we're meant to walk in, we can take the steps now that we feel are necessary to make it to that position. Aquarius gives us a lot of free room to create those structures and those hierarchies and those path work. Capricorn, on the other hand, with Saturn being a ruler of both of them, Saturn is going to be more literal. It's very step by step. It's kind of right in front of you. What is right in front of you? And also what is that long-term picture, and being very, very regimented with both of them. Aquarius, though, gives you a lot of free room to build those things and to be with that structure and to learn what the energy that's flowing through the structure also looks like. One of the prime examples that I usually give to this is like if you're at a job or in school, the people that are around you are going to make that system different. It's a good example of how Aquarius works because you're still within the institution, a hierarchy, a structure of some kind. But if you have a great teacher, that's different than if you have a teacher who sucks, right? Okay, or a boss, you know. So the story changes a little bit. And because Aquarius is more focused on what flows through the structure rather than the structure itself, with the flowings of the structure, we're right now kind of getting a once over of, okay, we've kind of given you this big picture idea. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to do it, etc. Have some free room to figure it out. Once we get into the Capricorn eclipses, which I believe start in the middle of 2027, July 18th of 2027, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Yes. So once that starts turning, we will see more specific steps being taken, more literal, more structured, more hierarchical. Like it'll be more regimented than maybe we are used to with the Aquarius free flow energy. However, it'll be a little bit necessary because think about all of that chaotic energy of let me just create it and see what happens. Let me just create it and see what happens. If we do that over and over again with Aquarius, eventually we see patterns that arise. And then Capricorn, with the North Node that is coming up in Capricorn a couple years from now, we'll start to see that destiny or purpose take on a more real world grounded hierarchical picture and shape and form as well too. So if you are looking at your destined purpose oriented kind of area of your life right now and wondering, okay, what are the real life grounded steps that are going to come to my world with that? If you're looking at what you're doing creatively currently to help you make it into the position of that destiny and purpose, what you're doing now for the next probably like year and a half-ish, you're going to see patterns within that, and spirit with those patterns is going to say, okay, this is what you've been doing over and over again to make it into that thing. We're going to stick that now with the North Node in Capricorn. That's going to stick. So if you notice patterns that maybe you don't like over the next year and a half that you don't want to bring with you into destiny and purpose, make sure that you clear them out. Just a heads up. But it will be used for construction also. There's clearing to it if you want to use it that way. But there's also a lot of construction energy with this as well. So build then. Get creative. Do some weird things. See what comes out of it. This is a time to experiment. This is not a time if we want to get really Twilight about it, okay? This is not a time to be making hard, fast decisions about your life. It's a time to experiment and do things a little differently, which ironically, those hard, fast decisions come out of those experimentations. So I guess just understand everything is a consequence, but things are going to get more serious, real world, literal in a year and a half-ish. So anyways, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew you do. I will too. Welcome to the turn of the eclipses. I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you are too. It's been a really weird time. Good? Weird. A lot of change, but that was expected, right? Talking about the transits ahead of time and then actually going through them is so different. Anyways, that's kind of it for now. Again, keep up the brew you do. I will too. And I'll talk to you soon. Also true.